Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. We're thrilled to have you here as we embark on this journey to decode the modern workplace. Whether you're a fresh graduate stepping into your first job or a seasoned professional looking to brush up on the latest trends, this course is designed for you. Like those intro courses in college, except this one actually applies to the real world. Remember those days of cramming for exams and pulling all-nighters in the library? Well, think of this as your guide to acing the workplace without the stress of finals week. Think of this as a crash course in navigating the modern office, without all the awkward icebreakers. No need to share your most embarrassing moment or your favorite ice cream flavor here. Instead, we'll focus on practical tips and insights that will help you thrive in any professional setting. Today, we're talking about the different generations you might find around the water cooler. From casual chats about weekend plans to more serious discussions about project deadlines, the water cooler is where office culture comes to life. Specifically, we're diving into the profiles of fresh graduates from three very different generations: Gen Z, Millennials, and Gen X. Each generation brings its own unique set of skills, perspectives, and challenges to the workplace. Understanding these differences can help foster better communication and collaboration. We'll break down their strengths, their weaknesses, and maybe even settle some of those intergenerational debates once and for all. Just kidding, sort of. But seriously, by understanding what makes each generation tick, we can create a more harmonious and productive work environment. Look, whether you're a seasoned manager trying to decode your newest hires, or you're a recent grad just trying to figure out how to navigate the office without accidentally deleting the company's files, we've got you covered. We'll provide you with the tools and knowledge you need to succeed, no matter where you are in your career journey. So grab your coffee mugs or your energy drinks, no judgment here, and let's get started. We're excited to dive into the world of workplace dynamics with you. Let's make this journey both educational and enjoyable. Ready? Let's go. First up, we've got Gen Z, born between 1997 and 2012. Now, these are the true digital natives. We're talking about people who grew up with smartphones in their hands, social media at their fingertips, and probably don't even know what a dial-up modem sounds like. And let me tell you, this constant connection has made them incredibly tech-savvy. They can build a website faster than I can make a decent cup of coffee. Okay, maybe not that fast, but you get the idea. They're adaptable, quick learners, and they're not afraid to experiment with new technology. I mean, let's be honest, they practically invented some of it. But it's not just about the tech. Gen Z is also incredibly diverse, and they bring a fresh perspective to the workplace. Now, while their digital fluency is definitely a strength, it can also be a bit of a weakness when it comes to face-to-face communication. Sometimes you just can't beat a good old-fashioned conversation, like remember those? They might be amazing at crafting the perfect tweet, but when it comes to public speaking or even just having a casual chat by the water cooler, they might need a little encouragement. Don't worry, it's nothing a little practice can't fix. And then there's the whole attention span thing. Look, I get it, we live in a world of constant stimulation, but sometimes Gen Z can seem a little easily distracted. Maybe it's all those notifications, or maybe it's just that they're used to processing information at lightning speed. So, how do you manage Gen Z effectively? Well, the key is to understand their strengths and weaknesses. Don't be afraid to embrace technology. Let them use their digital skills to their advantage. In fact, encourage it. Give them projects that allow them to be creative and innovative with technology. But at the same time, make sure you're providing opportunities for them to develop those face-to-face communication skills. Maybe pair them up with a mentor who can show them the ropes of in-person interaction. And when it comes to their attention spans, try breaking down projects into smaller, more manageable chunks. Remember, Gen Z thrives on feedback and recognition, so don't be afraid to give it to them. And most importantly, be open-minded and willing to learn from them. They might just teach you a thing or two about the latest tech trends. At the end of the day, we all want the same thing, to feel valued, to make a difference, and maybe have a little fun along the way. And who knows, maybe with a little understanding and a whole lot of patience, we can all learn to work together. Generation gap be darned. Next up, let's talk about millennials, those born between 1981 and 1996. Now, this is a generation that's been analyzed, scrutinized, and maybe even a little bit demonized over the years. But behind all the avocado toast and participation trophy jokes, there's a lot to appreciate about millennials in the workplace. For one thing, they're all about collaboration. They thrive in team environments and they're always down to brainstorm ideas. They grew up with group projects and online forums, so they're used to working together to achieve a common goal. And much like their Gen Z counterparts, millennials are pretty tech proficient too. They might not have been born with a smartphone in hand, but they definitely mastered the art of texting under the table during high school history class. But millennials aren't just about working hard, they're also about working smart. They value work-life balance and they're not afraid to speak up about it. They understand that there's more to life than just clocking in and clocking out. They want to feel passionate about their work and they want to make a difference in the world. This generation isn't afraid to ask why. They want to know that their work has meaning and purpose. This can be a great thing for companies because it means that millennials are more likely to be engaged and invested in their work. They're not just there for the paycheck, they're there to make a real contribution. Now, of course, no generation is without its quirks. Millennials have been known to be a tad, how do I put this delicately? Let's say confident in their abilities. Okay, maybe a little entitled. But hey, who doesn't love a healthy dose of self-belief, right? And sometimes that confidence can translate into high expectations for career advancement. They might want to climb the corporate ladder a little faster than a speeding bullet. Look, ambition is great, but patience, my friends, patience. So, how do you manage millennials effectively? It's all about communication and understanding. Create a workplace culture that values collaboration, work-life balance, and purpose-driven work. Give them opportunities for growth and development, but also set realistic expectations. Remember, good things take time, and Rome wasn't built in a day. Actually, I don't think millennials built Rome at all. But the point is, with a little bit of effort, we can all learn to appreciate the unique perspectives and talents that millennials bring to the table. All right, moving on to Generation X, the folks born between 1965 and 1980. These are the people who saw the rise of personal computers, the birth of the internet, and, well, maybe not the birth of grunge music, but they were definitely there for its awkward teenage years. They remember a time before smartphones, social media, and get this, even before the internet itself. I know, right? Like, how did they even survive, seriously? Someone should write a survival guide. Now, Gen Xers, they're all about that work-life balance. They've seen the toll that an unbalanced life can take, and they're determined to do things differently. For them, it's not just about clocking in and out, it's about making sure that work doesn't consume their entire existence. I mean, they saw their parents, the baby boomers, work themselves to the bone, putting in those long hours, and they thought, yeah, no thanks, I'm good. They witnessed firsthand the stress, the missed family dinners, the lack of personal time, and they decided that wasn't the life they wanted for themselves. They value their time outside of work, whether it's spending time with family and friends, pursuing hobbies, or just taking a moment to breathe. They understand that life is more than just a paycheck. It's about experiences, relationships, and personal growth, or just, chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool. They've mastered the art of unwinding, whether it's through a good book, a walk in the park, or a coffee date with friends. They know that these moments of relaxation are crucial for maintaining their mental health and overall well-being. And hey, can you blame them? In a world that's constantly on the go, taking a step back to enjoy life is not just a luxury, it's a necessity. They've learned to prioritize what truly matters. After all, they're the ones who coined the term latchkey kids. Growing up, they often came home to an empty house, learning independence at a young age. This experience shaped their understanding of work and life, making them more resilient and self-sufficient. They know what it's like to fend for themselves, to cook their own meals, and to manage their own time. These skills have translated into their professional lives, where they are adept at juggling multiple responsibilities without losing sight of their personal needs. And they're not afraid to set boundaries. They understand the importance of saying no and making sure their work doesn't encroach on their personal time. This boundary setting is a key part of their strategy for maintaining a healthy work-life balance. But don't mistake their desire for balance as a lack of work ethic. They are incredibly dedicated and hard-working. They just believe that working smarter, not harder, is the way to go. Efficiency and productivity are their mantras. Gen Xers are incredibly hardworking and dedicated. They bring a wealth of experience and a strong work ethic to the table. They know how to get the job done, but they also know when it's time to step away and recharge. They're just not going to sacrifice their entire lives for their jobs. They've seen the consequences of doing so and have chosen a different path. They believe in living a full, balanced life, where work is just one part of the equation, which, let's be honest, is a pretty healthy attitude, right? In a world where burnout is all too common, their approach is a breath of fresh air. They've shown that it's possible to be successful without sacrificing your well-being. I mean, who wants to be that guy in the office who lives for his job? No one, that's who, except maybe Creed. And even he probably wishes he had more time to relax and enjoy life. Gen Xers have set a new standard for what it means to have a successful career and a fulfilling life. Gen Xers are often seen as the bridge between the baby boomers and the millennials. They can relate to both generations, which makes them valuable assets in the workplace. They can translate millennial jargon for the baby boomers. No, Susan, lit doesn't mean what you think it means. And they can explain to millennials why, maybe sending that meme to your boss wasn't the best idea. They're the peacemakers, the diplomats, the ones who keep things running smoothly. They're like the Switzerland of the office, neutral and always there to help. Except, instead of being famous for chocolate and watches, they're known for their sarcasm and their love of 90s alternative rock. Now, that's not to say that Gen Xers don't have their quirks. They bring a unique blend of experience and perspective to the workplace, often acting as a bridge between the older and younger generations. Their ability to adapt and thrive in various environments is commendable. However, they can be a little resistant to change, especially when it comes to technology. Hey, I get it, the rapid pace of technological advancements can be overwhelming. It's not just about learning new software, it's about changing the way you've been doing things for years. When you've been using the same system for years, and it works perfectly fine, why change it? There's a certain comfort in familiarity. The old systems have a sense of reliability and predictability that new technologies often lack, at least initially. But in today's rapidly evolving workplace, it's important for everyone to be adaptable and willing to learn new things. The ability to pivot and embrace new tools and methodologies can be the difference between staying relevant and being left behind. It's not just about keeping up, it's about staying ahead, and who knows? Maybe that newfangled app isn't so bad after all. It might streamline your workflow, making tasks that once took hours now take minutes. The initial learning curve might be steep, but the long-term benefits can be substantial. Maybe it can even help you, dare I say it, achieve a better work-life balance. Imagine having more time to spend with family or pursue hobbies because technology has made your work more efficient. The possibilities are endless. Just imagine a world where you can answer emails from the beach or even attend meetings from a cozy cabin in the mountains. The flexibility that modern technology offers can transform the way we think about work. Or finish that presentation while you're waiting in line for coffee. The ability to work from virtually anywhere can lead to a more dynamic and fulfilling work experience. It's about finding the right balance that works for you. Okay, maybe that's not the best example of work-life balance, but you get the idea. The point is, the integration of technology into our daily routines can open up new opportunities for flexibility and efficiency. The point is, Gen Xers, don't be afraid to embrace the future. Change can be daunting, but it can also be incredibly rewarding. By staying open to new experiences and technologies, you can continue to grow and thrive in your career. It might just surprise you. The future holds endless possibilities, and by embracing change, you can be a part of shaping it. So, there you have it. A crash course on the generations you'll encounter in the wild world of work. Remember, each generation brings its own unique strengths and perspectives to the table. It's all about understanding and appreciating those differences to create a more harmonious and productive work environment. Thanks for tuning in to Workplace 101. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insightful content. And remember, whether you're a Gen Zer, a Millennial, a Gen Xer, or even a baby boomer, we're all in this together. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a very important meeting with the vending machine. It's been dispensing the wrong kind of chips lately, and someone needs to hold it accountable.